Thank you for taking the time to do this. Appreciate you
Thank
taking
you.
time out of your day to have a chat. I've been loving all the new music you've been putting out this year, and just really wanted to have a chat with you about all the stuff that's going on.
Appreciate that.
But first of all, I guess the first thing to ask is how have you found this whole year? Because you were building up so much momentum after winning Idol, and then all of a sudden the world goes crazy. So how have you found these last few months, I should say?
Oh well, this year's just been a crazy, crazy year for everybody, I'm sure. And like I think everybody's dealing with the same things and it's just all slow right now and everybody's just going with the flow.
Yeah, yeah. But it hasn't stopped you. It hasn't stopped you in terms of new music, and you released like Ground I Grew Up On and Let It Be Country earlier this year. So, what would you say you've been trying to achieve with this new music, and what have you been trying to say about where your sound is going?
Well, now that I'm starting to release some songs this year, uh, luckily we got to record "Ground I Grew Up On" the music video right before all the quarantine stuff happened. We got really lucky with that, and then we released a few songs after that, and now we're starting to release songs that I've written and show people and all my fans um, how my writing has been going and um, what I've learned so far out here in Nashville.
Yeah. So you've released your first official radio single this week as well, Tiny Town, which is really exciting news for you. First of all, how exciting is it to finally have a song at country radio and to get yourself out there? And why did Tiny Town feel like the right fit for that?
Well, I'm extremely excited that Tiny Town is getting released to radio, and it's a really big goal for me to have like my first song be released and it be that song because that song just really speaks to me in a lot of ways. Michael Tyler wrote that song, and when I heard it, I was like, wow, it really relates to my home back in Louisiana a lot. So that's one reason I recorded it, and to be able to release it on radio is just a bigger achievement for me and a goal I accomplished due to my fans and all the people that support me.
Yeah. And it was produced by Michael Knox, who's obviously worked with the likes of Jason Aldean and Thomas Rhett in the past. So, how was your experience of working with Michael, and how much did his expertise in the studio kind of elevate the quality of the song?
When I first met Mr. Michael Knox, I was kind of nervous because it's Michael Knox. I mean, I'm just now getting to this and crazy world. But when I first met him, this guy is the most like he's the most down to earth person you ever meet, and he knows his stuff. And when we got in the studio, he's really easygoing. He can turn like jumbled ideas into a straight path, and he's really easy to work with. A great guy. I'm really thankful that I got lucky with that kind of person.
Yeah. And you've released an acoustic version of Tiny Town as well, and the two previous songs you released this year as well. So, how much did you enjoy kind of releasing that and kind of stripping these songs back and taking us back to the writing rooms on that?
Yeah, the release of these acoustic versions of my songs uh, are like really cool because you get to strip it down and just hear my voice a little better, and
Mhm.
it just has a whole different. It changes the song's meaning a whole different way. You know.
Yeah. And you've got another new song coming this Friday as well, which is Other LA. And I know that's very personal to you because obviously spending a load of time out in LA for Idol and spending so long away from home must have been a very difficult experience for you. So tell us about the inspiration behind that one and how that song came together for you.
Well, I got I got a song. I got a co-write with a few people out here in Nashville, and I went into the song. I was like, hey, I was placing myself as if I was in Los Angeles, preparing for American Idol or something. I was like, how about we write a song called Other LA because Louisiana is capital L, lowercase, capital L and A. It's the same abbreviation for Los Angeles. So
Yeah.
that'd be cool if we could write something like cool and funny for that. And that's where that inspiration came from.
Yeah. How difficult was that time for you, kind of being so far away from home for Idol? Because I guess for a down home country boy like yourself, that was quite a culture change to be away for so long.
Yeah, I mean, going from a small town and me knowing everybody and everybody knowing everybody, it went to a huge, like major city in the United States, and I mean, I always stayed in like my apartment. I would just stay inside, play guitar because I mean, I didn't know where to go, what to do. I didn't know nobody, but eventually, I was there for about 7.5, 8 weeks, and I got to know the place, and it's a beautiful place. It has amazing beaches and just a lot of. It's a whole different culture, a whole like of a culture. You just learn a lot.
Yeah. Well, speaking of staying at home and playing your guitar, you've been doing some virtual shows as well over the last few months, and you've got this Tiny Town virtual tour coming up as well. And it's been a big challenge for every artist, I think, to kind of find new ways to connect with their fans. But how much have you enjoyed that experience of doing these virtual shows?
Oh well, when the idea first came about, I was like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, yeah, let's do it because I want to do everything I can to connect with my fans, and anything that me and my team can think of is like a great opportunity to do that. And this V tour is the best thing for me to do, and I love doing it.
Yeah, that's cool. And you said on social media recently that you've been doing a lot of songwriting as well during this period, and it's been a difficult time for everybody. And but how has it been from a creative standpoint for you? Has this period given you a lot of inspiration, and what can we expect from the next batch of songs coming from you?
Yeah, this like downtime kind of is more of like time to build inspiration, and me being home is my like focal point, and that's where I like to build. That's where I get my inspiration from. That's where it comes from. My family, my friends, everybody that I love down there, and just the places I grew up going. And I mean, it's just a whole lot of inspiration.
Yeah. And how much have you enjoyed working on the Christmas song that you put out as well? Please come home for Christmas, because I think the holidays are going to be different for all of us this year, and I think Christmas country music is going to be very important to a lot of us. So, how did that one come about for you? And tell us about working on that.
Well, me and my A&R, Mike Daly, we were talking about uh, an idea for a Christmas song. And we were throwing ideas back and forth, like how about this one, this one, this one. And I was like, you know what? Let's do Eagles song. Let's do Please Come Home for Christmas. Uh, I got that idea from my dad's old records he had in the house, and I was like, I was just going through all these records, and I seen the Eagles. I was like, I didn't know they had a Christmas song, and I heard it. I was like, yeah, they did. I've heard it before. So then we went with that one, and it was a really fun one.
Very cool. Well, Laine, before I let you go, I want to ask if we could do some fan questions, because we got the fans to send in some questions on social media last night, and I tell you what, your fan base are so dedicated, it was unbelievable. We had so many questions submitted, but I've chosen some of the best ones. So we've got Rhonda McGraw, who says, tell us about the chicken coop that you've been working on. Give us an update on that.
Yeah. Well, that we're calling it the chicken coop. It's 10 foot in the air. We put it 10 foot in the air on these pollens in the ground, and it's going to be a studio. We're making it into a studio. It's called the chicken coop. So that's where I'm going to be doing like my demos, and I'm going to be learning how to produce stuff and all this cool equipment stuff. But yeah.
Very cool. I think it says Simono or Simono, I'm not sure. Apologies, D, if I've pronounced that wrong. Says, will you be releasing any other Christmas songs besides Please Come Home for Christmas? Or maybe at a future date. Doesn't have to be this year.
Well, I don't think. I think the only one I'm going to release this year is Please Come Home for Christmas. But next year or the year after that, I may release another one.
Okay. And we've got Wendy Powell, who asks, would you like to tour outside of the US at some point? And this is an important question for me, being in the UK, and I'm sure the UK folks would love to hear your music live. So
yeah, I would love to. I mean, that'd be awesome. I get to see new places. I mean, I'd love to do that. Hopefully next year or whenever we can all go back on the road again.
Fingers crossed. And Carol Hill says, Laine, has it been hard going from a small town to being recognised wherever you go? Are you enjoying the new celebrity status?
Well, it's definitely different than like a normal life. I still feel normal, but I mean, leaving my small town and going out. I mean, there's ups and downs. The only down about it is you miss home, but the ups are like you just experience new things and you get to see new places and try different foods and see different.
Very cool. And the last one will go for Daisy McDuffie, who wants to know what your plans for Halloween are. Do you have any traditions for Halloween?
Well, in Louisiana, our Halloween tradition is usually we hook up a trailer to like a tractor or a four wheeler or something, and we all just go through the neighborhoods and stuff and get candy from everybody.
That sounds like a pretty cool Halloween to me.
It's really fun.
Well, Laine, thank you so much for doing this today, man. I really, really appreciate you taking the time, and we'll hopefully get to see you in the UK in person at some point. That'd be really, really cool.
I'd love to do that.
All right, Laine, thanks very much, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.